A kingdom is falling apart, and a boy with no future is about to become its strongest shield. They said he would never rule. They said he would never even ride a horse properly. His body was weakening every day, his hands slowly losing feeling, a disease eating him alive from inside. But then something happened that nobody expected. A crown was placed on his head. This is the story of King Baldwin IV, the boy king of Jerusalem, and the ruler who stood between survival and total collapse. Now imagine this. You are a teenager. Your body is in pain every single day. People around you are waiting for you to fail. And outside your walls, the most feared commander of the era is rising, Saladin. And yet, you are the king. Let's go back a bit. Baldwin was not trained to be a warrior king, but he learned fast. Pain was part of his life, so fear had no place in his mind. As his illness spread, so did his reputation. He shocked everyone in his first major test, the Battle of Montgisard. A massive army moved toward Jerusalem. Baldwin was told to retreat, to hide, to wait for help, but he refused. Instead, he led a small, desperate force into battle. What happened next? Nobody believed it. They defeated Saladin's army. Yes, the same Saladin who would later become legend. The desert echoed with loss and confusion. Baldwin, the sick boy king, had done the impossible, but victory came at a cost. His body was still failing. Now here's where the story gets heavier. As Baldwin grew older, his illness worsened. His skin, his hands, even his sight, all slowly fading. He could no longer ride like before. He could no longer fight like before. So he ruled from horseback, even when he could barely hold the reins. And this is where politics entered the battlefield. His kingdom was full of tension, noble families fighting for power. One side wanted peace with Saladin, the other wanted war at any cost. And in the middle of it all, Baldwin had to choose. He trusted a few loyal men, especially Raymond of Tripoli. But others were not so loyal. One powerful name kept rising, Guy de Lusignan. Guy was not patient, not careful, and not wise in war. But Baldwin's sister, Sibylla, was tied to him, and that connection would change everything. Baldwin saw it clearly. If Guy took control, the kingdom would fall apart. So even as his body weakened, he made one final strong move. He tried to secure the throne's future. He crowned his young nephew as co-king to stop Guy's rise. But fate does not always follow plans, because death was already closing in. At just 24 years old, Baldwin IV died, a king who should have been forgotten, but instead became a legend. Now pause for a second. Think about this. A boy with a dying body stood against the strongest empire of his time and won battles people thought were impossible. He held his kingdom together with pure willpower, even when everything inside him was falling apart. That is not just history, that is survival at its highest level. But his death changed everything. The fragile balance he held collapsed. The leaders he tried to control split apart. And soon, Jerusalem would face its darkest turning point. All because the one man holding it together was no longer there. Now, if this story hit you even a little, there's more where this came from. We break down lost kings, forgotten empires, and battles that changed history in ways most people never hear about. So if you enjoy stories like this, you know what to do. Subscribe and stay with us. And tell me in the comments, did Baldwin deserve more time on the throne? Or was his fate already written from the start? And if you want another story just as intense, check the next video on your screen right now, because history is full of rulers who changed everything in a very short time, and some of them were even more unexpected than Baldwin.